come April, and we're excited for you guys to see that. But without any further ado, let's dive you into episode 7 of the Atomless.
My name is fucking Matt, Captain Crail. Apparently I'm doing socials early, which I didn't mean to do. This is Atomless. This is episode 7? Yes. This is episode 7 of the Atomless. It's our little stuff finder game. Thank you so much for coming along. This is all pre-recorded. If you're writing stuff in chat and you're saying, hey gamers, what about this? We will be also in chat. However, we won't be responding in this space because this is all pre-recorded. So, Soswell. We're going to be doing some little socials and we're going to get right into it. Okie dokes. I already started socials, so I'm going to finish it, actually. It'll be fun. Hi there, gamers. My name's Matt, Captain Crail. If you type in Captain Crail on a form of social media, I'm pretty sure I'm going to pop up at some point during your search. I do streaming friggin' Monday to Thursday. We play games, we goof. Thursdays is our productivity stream, unless I get distracted and do something else, which I do quite often. Thursday is a sexy little free-for-all wild day. I DM here, which I hope you know because I'm on here right now. And yeah, I think that's it, actually. I'm pretty sure that's it. I've got someone catch the vibe. It's air. It's air now.
Andre, was that you catching it, or were
you catching it like a solid object?
Slightly.
Oh, what?
I will suck in the vibe.
Nice.
I am Dylan or Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. That's Sam. Right here.
It's a beautiful little dog.
And I play Ayg on this here show, which is my favorite thing. I also stream at Super Dylan on Twitch. I play things there. I play Dragon Age mostly, and then sometimes dating sims. And you should do that. I also don't know if this is probably still not happening, but something might be. You should watch stuff on Total Party Kiss, because I will be there in some capacity at some point.
Us pre-recording this honestly makes me have to cut out so much shit, because when it comes to it, it's like, actually, that's not happening, cut that out.
That's not happening.
Unicorn's long gone at this point.
Yeah. But something else may be there in its place. Yeah, you could buy my games if you want. You should do that. If you go to superdylan.com, you'll see all of them right there.
They're really very good.
That's it. And I will zip, zap, zop the vibe to someone else.
I'm glad we have all caught on that we are a GCSE drama class here. we are secondary school drama.
Just hold on to that for a second.
Thanks.
Hey everybody, my name's Andre. You can find me at Andre Vera Art on Twitter, and maybe in your local woods.
Nice.
That's where I found them.
You can also find me on Total Party Kiss on Sundays, playing Kazimir on Tragedy Theologian. You can find me probably doing other things with Total Party Kiss in the future. Unicorn Hunt is done at this point, empirically. You should go back and watch that. And you can also find me on the Atomless, which you're already watching.
Just right here.
Yay.
Hell yeah. Nice.
That's weird. That was a weird thing for me to do. I'm Nurdin Ali. I'm a naturally occurring non-renewable resource.
Yeah.
I play games. I write for games. I consult for games. I stream games sometimes. The many things you can find me in. I'm just going to list a couple. Deimos Academy. Kickstarter's probably over by now. But you know what? Probably the backer kit's out. Knowing my friends. So check that out. Because Amanda and Banana and Austin worked very hard on it, and so did we as the other writers. Into the Motherlands. Backer Kit's probably not out just yet because if the schedule's right, into like the second round of edits, to make sure that the game is as good as possible. Don't quote me on that. So on the edits, not that the game is going to be as good as possible. That's the whole thing.
Yes.
But check that out. And you can also find me on the Oops podcast, a Fear Itself podcast with some of my best buds, Danny, Wally, Finn, Bree, Gnome, all of us playing, I don't know, teenage dirtbags. It's going to be great. But by now, one episode's probably out. But I don't know that yet. So, I live in the past. Cool, that's it for me.
Love
I'm done
that
now.
shit.
Oh, my pronouns are he, him, and I play Azhaam, whose pronouns are also he, him. Great. Now we're done. Let's
Nice.
just finger gun it over to Momo.
I'm sleepy. Hello, I'm Momo O'Brien. I make content about immersive experiences. I can say with complete confidence that by the time this is out, I'll have a video about the Moonshine Saloon, which is an immersive cocktail experience in London featuring our lovely DM. He's in it too, and I get like embarrassingly sloshed. So if you want to laugh at a woman for about half an hour, maybe go check it out.
Why would you say it like that?
You'll laugh at a woman.
That's a woman.
I'm a woman and I could be laughed at.
Like you're in the stocks and we're going to go throw tomatoes at you. Go and laugh at a woman.
I hate to tell you, my man, that's what content creation is most of the time.
I prefer
Aww.
the pillory over the stocks.
Yeah.
Personally. I think that's personal preference. Anyway, you were saying?
Beautiful.
That's all
Is that your socials?
I'm done.
Love that shit.
It's-
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, gamers. Would we like to shoot some stars? Find some
Take me to
stars.
space.
Take me to space. What was that, Andre?
Commission Andre. from
Oh, Commission Andre. Commission Andre. Follow Andre on Twitter. Check, see if the commissions are open.
Yeah,
And then
that's the thing to say.
and then commission.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a professional artist.
Oh,
We're here to back you up.
right,
It's okay.
social. At Matthew Eckberg on Twitter, Captain Krail everywhere
That's me.
else.
Yeah.
At Super Dylan literally everywhere. At Andre Rivera Art, because none of us said those. And at Momo.
I
_
did. I
Art.
always said.
Yeah.
Well, one of us is prepared.
listen,
the rest of us
I-
were certainly not.
Did you say
Werewolf
at werewolf?
Fields.
There you go. I was about to throw some hands, pal. Okay.
Oh, you
Okay.
got lucky this time.
Yeah, this time you lucked out.
Space.
Take me to space. I want to like that. Okay, are we ready to go to space, gamers?
Yeah.
What's up with your face? Do you not like my little rendition? Previously on the Atomless.
Azhaam, he.
Ayg. She.
My name is Theriac.
What's up? My name's Skye. Welcome to the patchwork, my dudes.
Welcome to the lower decks. There is a race going on. There's big money involved. Money that we need.
Hive. It's been a long time, old friend.
I've worked for Void for way before I met you.
I cannot go back to my family and force myself into their lives. Like it's the same. It's not the same, and I can't be who they want me to be anymore.
More research regarding the crystal.
And you find data, like someone has imprinted this thing with almost a message. At the finish line, there's a check. If you're not part of Void, your engine goes up.
Skye, I'm sorry. There's gonna be a bomb. I know the classic finish line bomb. It's gonna be so great.
You fall from the car, and Ayg is like flies off.
Keep going, Ayg.
State your business.
Can I just shoot one of them?
There are 2 lawmen cars, almost lying in wait.
I bring my goggles up and say, "What's up, fuckers?" I'd like to speed up.
The mechanical device dims as it has been deactivated.
I'm going to about face turn to the last two and basically motion. Come here.
I stick out her middle finger and then gun it.
You just make it through past the finish line before anyone else.
Hive, I need your help.
Azhaam, your skin hisses at the cold water that pounds on your skin as you sprint through the streets of Saga. Skye is no longer in sight. The lawmen you can see with searchlights flying just above the smog, searching through these streets. Big loudspeakers talk about there is a fugitive on the loose. Any information you have, come to the lawman and we'll give you a reward. You've been running for a little bit. Not so much that you're out of breath, but enough that there is a fog behind you and in front, as you could easily get back to Ayg and Theriac, but it would still take you a few minutes.
I would like to attempt something.
Okay.
So I have this expertise talent as an envoy, likely to be right here. I can use subtle clues to anticipate the location of a creature. While I'm aware of a creature's presence, can I use my sense motive bonus to attempt perception checks to search for that creature?
Oh. Okay, sure. So does this? Can you read the explanation of that rule set out to me again, please?
Yes. Likely to be right here for sense motive. So as long as I have sense motive selected as an expertise thing, I can take the expertise talent that relates to it. I can use subtle cues to anticipate the location of a creature. While I'm aware of a creature's presence, I can use my sense motive bonus to attempt perception checks to search for that creature. Alternatively, I can forego my expertise die to use my sense motive bonus to attempt perception checks to search an area. Embry and non-Embry characters can select these options if they have the flesh-bound mask or masked. I feel like that bit doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Roll me a sense motive.
I would love to. I guess this isn't searching an area, so I get to keep my sense motive, my expertise die, which right now is a d6. I rolled a 6 on that die. 26. This is one of the things I'm very good at. I'm sorry.
Although the location, Skye is far quicker than you right now.
Mm-hmm.
She got away on her hoverboard, which is literally built for speed. She, you saw tiny bit in the race, she was keeping up with vehicles, full, like, four-wheeled trucks, cars, bikes. Just her and her little hoverboard that she has built from scratch was zooming along even quicker. She was able to outpace these things. But there are hints. Small ones, but still some hints of her presence. There are slight, at best, light fractures of this neon pink contrail that comes off of it as she zooms through the streets. On rooftops, you can see that there are parts which are disturbed from things that couldn't be anything but a scrappy 17-year-old on a hoverboard. Rails that have been grinded on, tiles that have slightly fallen off. There's also what you notice in the sky, which are like higher concentration of these lawmen in a set area, which help you in this search. You have hints and clues that you can follow, if that was a thing that you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where she is or how far away, but there are, like, it's been about 20 to 25 minutes since Skye took off, and then you started chasing after her. Knowing her speed, she might be long gone, but you can decide to start following if you wanted.
Is there a vehicle around that I could maybe boost?
Oh, absolutely. If you wanted, yeah. there are the current street that you're on has 2 or 3 skyscrapers at either side, but they have been fully converted into flats that people are now living in. They used to be office buildings, but since everyone moved upstairs, people just decided to move in since they were essentially abandoned. There is a car park that used to house all 3 of these of the vehicles used for these office buildings, and are now, what you can assume, mostly already boosted cars. Or maybe there are some that people have scrapped and saved and, you know, bought properly. Some people might have even built their cars because they just couldn't afford it. But there's some cars in a car park.
I look for the dustiest one, the one that looks like it hasn't been used in a long while, if possible, and I boost that one, or at least attempt to. I don't know if I'll succeed or not.
I'm gonna get my dice out. I'm gonna get my dice. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do a little see if like how good the like how dusty a certain car is. The higher I roll on this, the more dusty. If I roll a crit fail, every car there has been used quite recently. Okay. It doesn't take you long to spot a car which is slightly unlike the others. It has clearly not seen love in a long time. No use. Nobody's been even sleeping in it. It's ramshackled, chipped, green paint, broken headlight. The back window's been smashed in. Everything kind of useful has been grabbed from it. One of the wheels has been lifted out, but it is probably still usable. If the gas works, if the energy still allows it to be powered. Remember that basically all cars in the lower decks are analog cars.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like super lucky or wealthy, you get a hover thing so you can get out, but not a lot of people do. A lot of these work off of either electricity or, are hybrid, and you can assume this is a hybrid.
Excellent. It just needs to get me from place A to place B in a reasonable amount of time, so it's fine. What do I need to do to grab it and go?
You need to hotwire it, and you can make a engineering. I'm gonna say it's now. If you disagree with me, you disagree with me, and we can discuss this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Azhaam hasn't boosted a lot of cars, especially not analog older vehicles.
No, not exactly. The concept's the same, right? He's boosted spaceships, business vehicles, mostly hover vehicles in that case, and one four-wheeled cart. That too. That's not an engineering check.
Oh yeah, one four-wheeled cart. That is true. Okay, I'm gonna give you this. You would know how to. You've just not done it before. Spaceships, spacecraft, hover cars, they all work on a more electronic interface when hacking in. These analog work on wires, and it's more like in the car. You know how to do it. You know how to cut wires and split the coppers and spark it. But you've not personally boosted a car like this before, but you could. So you can do an engineering if you'd like.
I rolled a 22.
Okay. It takes some time. It's an old car. Fucking.
It's
I
a
can't.
Prius.
I see, because I was gonna say a Honda Civic, and I can't imagine we can say Honda Civic. So, a Ponda Brivik is the future version of this, so we can get around copyright. It's an old car. It's you like hit it a few times. You break in the side window, manage to just like get the door off. It's rusted and takes a few pulls, but you manage to, and then it takes a little longer to close. You're like sparking, and you can see that the wires are sparking, and it like and then dies, and then dies again. But after a little while, about 5 minutes of tinkering, you get it that it and then lights up. Lights flicker on. One of them does. The other one is broken. There's a small interface. It says the year is like 10 years out of date.
Car's younger than I am. I get in and I quickly dictate a message to Theriac and Ayg that I'm looking for Skye and might be a while, and then I head off.
You reverse out and drive onto the busy neoned streets of the lower decks. As Ayg and Theriac, as you stand at the finish line of this so-called death race, some people are slow to finish. The suddenness of the race has calmed down quite a lot. There was one of the people that finished just behind you, turned immediately back round and drove back down the smog road, sending out a signal to other cars that the race is done and there's no point anymore. And there was a lot. You could hear some cars, like a lot of cars, like speeding up, slowing down, pulling off to the side, and going down small alleyways. There is a truck which was holding Void members who, after you passed, stopped, turned the car off, and have been eyeing you as Azhaam ran off and the two of you meet in the same place. The two people who fought Theriac earlier have come back after some time, and they waited out the adrenaline of the combat that happened, and they give Theriac, they give you like a wide berth as they walk back through the behind the alleyway of the skyscraper and walk to their friend who has stopped moving, and one of them kneels slightly closer to them and checks a pulse and kind of whispers something to themselves, and then they both like pick them up and drag them to a less directly in the middle of the square area. Because although people die in the lower decks all the time, just keeping a body in the square is not a thing which is really done. The people who are watching you, there's one in particular, a bigger Vesk. They have they're like this huge lizard form. They look kind of like a chameleon, these big bug eyes with a streak of red, almost like an imitation mohawk that goes down them and down their back. Their eyes, one of them seems to be trying to spot everywhere, and the other one is staring directly at the pair of you as they watch silently and their friends whisper and talk behind them.
Theriac.
Where do we get the money?
I think Skye knew that. I'm not sure, and people are looking.
They certainly are.
Do you need to maybe
I
go?
probably should not be here.
Why don't you... Do you remember the way, you could hide either back at, where we... Oh, you could go to my apartment if you wanted. It would be safe there, certainly.
Sure. I could stay there until all this blows over.
If you see Skye, let her know that we won.
Actually, do you think going alone is a good idea?
I think, it might be, for the best. Probably.
I trust your judgment.
Oh,
We shall
okay.
see if it turns out true.
Okay, and I will start to can I try to just like decipher who is a person that I should be talking to right now? Like a person who's got something to do with money and this race.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Give me a... You can give me just a basic intelligence. I don't think there's any... Like, it doesn't feel like a sense motive to me, since you're not trying to sense the motive of anyone. You're just trying to, like, understand a piece of information, which...
Sure.
The DC will be pretty low, since you have, like, over the past week, when you were setting up for the race, you probably learnt where things are from and all that jazz. But yeah.
Is 14 gonna
Yeah,
be okay?
yeah, that'll
okay.
be perfect. Yeah, that'll work. The two organizers of this race, and races of previous years, are two members. One called Track, and one called School. You know that School is the like owner of the race, and the one who would probably be the person you need to speak to in terms of getting the money. Track would probably be the person that you would speak to for race events and learning how to get the money. So Track would be the person that you're trying to find, and the race did finish about half an hour ago. So with the cars that are clearing out, you do see that the street has this like big flood of light as someone pulls around the corner in a slightly futuristic, like, muscle wagon. They pull around the corner, and you've seen Track before, because they did the 3-2-1 on the race. They did the opening. They are they look like they're a cyborg more than they are an android, as they are mostly robotic parts, but do have like some organic human features. They have a real mohawk, and then on another side of their head they have like a metal plating of a mohawk, like a faux one pretending. They're wearing this like classic biker jacket vest with patches on and some like minor spikes, and they pull as they pull around. They park up next to this chameleon Vesk, and they open up the car, look at them, and then this Vesk stops looking at you, looks toward Track, and gives like a unwording acknowledgement of what's happening, and then nods over to you. And Trek just kind of looks back at them as they kind of are trying to understand the situation.
I'll walk over.
Hey, so you're the winner. Is that true?
That's right. Wasn't anything.
Hey, a win's a win. That's good. This is a difficult race. Congratulations. You did well today. I think that's real good. Hey, you beat some of the best races that all of the lower decks have. That's real good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So for the money, for the credits,
that's right.
You notice it's not difficult to see the look that as soon as they say "so the money," they look over to this chameleon who looks back, and they give like a little look to one another. So you're going to be meeting up with School, who gives the you're going to be getting the money from them.
Okay, not from you.
No. You'll be meeting up with School. I set up the race. School handles all the money stuff. You'll find them at Weymouth School for the young and gifted. They kind of run the joint, and you'll find them there. They're on the upper decks. Yeah, so that's where you find them. They pull out a they pull out like a small thin piece of glass, which is kind of like a new updated phone that you'd know. And they have you got a number that I could have, or just like I tell you what, if you got a phone, I'll just send you the address.
What's the address? Do you just tell it to me? I'll plug it in.
It's Weymouth's School for the young and gifted.
There, that was easy enough, thank you. Well, lovely race you've all put on. You have a top-notch day. I'll catch the next one.
Yep. Hey, good luck. You did real well. Not many people could beat this race. That's pretty impressive. So, congratulations.
Thanks. Running. This conversation did not take as long as I thought. I'm gonna try to catch back up with Theriac.
Yeah, they turn back to this Vesk and they just start talking, and you run out of earshot. And you run up back up to Theriac.
Just keep moving,
Okay.
keep going.
Right. Just continue walking. Are we? Is the plan still in motion?
There's a place to pick up the money. Weymouth School for the young and gifted, and it's up top.
Oh, so we were headed that direction anyway?
Apparently, we might be getting a little bit of a runaround, but I didn't feel like I was in a good position to start arguing.
It's probably best you didn't put up a fight. Probably would have.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go to this school. There's a guy named School, and that's who's gonna give us the credits that we earned.
His
In
name
this
is
race.
School?
Apparently.
What was the thing? Did Azhaam say that the reason behind their names was that's where they had their first murder?
Yep.
Ooh,
You don't have to come in to the actual school with me.
You know what? I think that's I think
No.
that's probably the best.
We're gonna go up back to,
You know what?
what?
I think I might just go back to the patchwork.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there's no need for me to go back up.
You go back to
Unless,
the patchwork.
Would you like me to be there in case things go sideways?
I don't want you to put yourself into any extra risk. But this does make me a touch nervous.
If you want me there, I will be there. If you need a voice, or just someone to just be there as support, or whatever you need, I
Theriac, please come with me.
All right. No, don't have to tell me twice. All right.
Okay.
We'll walk with him.
As you leave the main square are you going to your normal place of your normal sneak route, or are you trying to
I do,
go into more of a main?
Especially traveling with Theriac, I want as few people to see where we're going as possible.
As you go to your normal route, a spotlight and hovering lawmen over you, and we follow the lawmen down the smog road and through the streets as the searchlight flicks through a window of a well-used but still quite shabby house. A noise of two people ducking furiously out the way as you, Skye, and Hive both duck behind a table. Just a casual dining room table that has some minor bits and bobs on it. He flicks the moth-ridden curtains shut, and even though they're good at obscuring you, some of the light still peeks through some of the holes, and they wait as the noise of a vehicle sounds overhead and flies off into the distance. Okay, fuck. I feel like they're probably getting bored. Maybe moving on.
Hopefully. Is there a back entrance I can sneak out of?
Yeah.
Fade into the night, never be seen again, hopefully.
Yeah, no. We'll We got something for you. Right. Okay. Do you know John's?
Oh, yeah, the hot dog place?
Yeah.
Space dog? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna need you to go to John's, go to the counter, and ask for a hot dog beer.
Hot dog beer?
Yeah.
Are they gonna let me do that? I don't have like ID or anything.
No. Trust me. It's a thing that John's is a good place. I know a few people that have used John's to like hide out before. If you just go up to the front desk, you ask for a hot dog beer. Not a hot dog in a beer. That is a thing they have on the menu, but a hot dog beer.
Okay.
You'll be fine. You go there and wait, and they can. You just need to pay. Have you got any money on you? Any credits? Cred stick?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I do, yeah. I'm just so frazzled from being chased by the lawmen.
I get it. It's all right. Hey,
Yeah,
you need.
I got like 765 credits on me.
Perfect. Yeah, you only need 100, and they'll hide you out for a little bit, and then they'll get a car and hide you and take you to where you need to go. Do you know where you're trying to go? Do you have like a meeting point?
I mean, I guess I'm trying to get back to the patch work.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Wait, why didn't I think about doing this before? I'm gonna take out my phone and I'm gonna do we have a group chat? We have a group chat. I can make us a group chat.
You can start a group chat. Yeah,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
text the group. Yeah, I'm gonna start a group chat. I'm gonna text the group chat. Be like, hey, I'm okay. Smiley face emoji. I'm just gonna go hide out at John's for a while. Want me to pick anything up? Okay, then I'm gonna put my phone away. I'm gonna put my gas mask on and my goggles, and I'm gonna head towards the back door.
Yeah.
Say, thanks, Hive. I owe you 2 now.
Nah, you're all good. You're lucky I was here. I'm not normally here at this time, but I guess. I don't know. Fate aligned or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Hopefully that happens a lot more.
I'm glad to see you're okay and not dead. I'm glad that Scrap's okay and not dead. Yet, of course. Right. Okay. Skye. Have you got a weapon on you?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
I got my bow staff.
What's the
I
plan?
can't imagine attacking a lawman.
It will be
I
a
don't
bad
want to add
idea.
anything else to my resume. I just want to get off planet.
Okay, sure. That's a good idea. Yeah, but just in case things happen. What's the plan?
I never have one.
Right now, for when you leave the back door. What are we doing?
We're going to John's
Yep.
and asking for a hot dog beer. Not a hot dog in a beer, which is a thing on the menu, but a hot dog beer.
Hot dog beer. Perfect. All right.
It's going to cost 100 credits.
100 credits. You're good.
Yeah,
Aside from
ace
that,
the
though,
pop
you don't need
quiz.
anything. You aced the pop quiz. Flying colors.
I mean, I need a lot of things, but I think I'm going to leave that up to fate and not you.
That's fair. Okay. Right. You don't need to text me when
Take
you...
care of yourself.
You too. Right. See you later, superstar. And then he gonna hold out like a little fist to bump. And then as soon as you like bump the fist, door opens and he like ushers you out.
Speed off towards John's.
You rush under the cover of night. Are you using your hoverboard to get around?
Using my hoverboard, and I also got my gas mask on, which, you know, I don't know if narratively it makes a lot of sense, but I have a little feat that's like you're indistinguishable when you're wearing a mask.
Ah, yes.
I might be like harder to spot.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of, as you're like rushing through, because you're using your hoverboard, you will only need to make like one check, and it'll be a let's have this be a reflex, like kind of like a dexterity speed type thing.
Yeah, that's saving throws.
Because of the mask, it'll be lower because you're just because like you have like a bright pink neon hoverboard, which is like has like a contrail out the back of it of like light, which can be quite noticeable, but also the speed that you're going, the mask that you have, which is covering you, yeah.
The curse continues. I rolled a 4, so that's a 7 in total.
Good
thing I texted the group chat.
You zoom through the streets. Azhaam, can you make me a sense motive check? That last one that you need for the to make sure that you could catching up with people. I apologize. I meant to come back to you earlier.
That is an irrational 20 as opposed to a rational 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Beautiful. Skye, you're racing through the streets. You're going at a speed that like most cars can't reach. But because of this and the like built-in flashiness of your board, you hear above you as a lawman car flies over, and the spotlight just like hits the tip of you and then immediately locks on and spots you. And then there's this huge blast of sirens as this one lawman car alerts all of the others around.
Okay, Obama.
Azhaam, you are driving a few streets away, but you hear this, and hearing this makes you immediately understand what is going on. These lawmen start, like, they turn quick, and they start lowering down to come grab you, Skye. Skye, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna just kind of speed away.
You're just fucking cheesing it? Hell yeah. No, let's fucking go. Let's fucking cheese it. You
said specifically my board could go faster than any car.
Your board can go faster than most cars. It can't go... It will probably be able to keep up with, if not get outrun by lawmen. But yes, absolutely. One sec as I check the skills that you can do to see... Actually, I tell you what. I'll leave this up to you. Instead of looking at the skills myself. You're flying off. I'm going to have you make a skill check. Just argue me a skill of how you're going to get away from this situation. What you're going to do. John's is like you know where it is, and you can get there pretty fast.
I'm in my mind. She's like going through alleyways and grinding down rails and like going through crowded areas and dodging people. So I'm going to say acrobatics. That makes sense?
I love that. That's very good, actually, yeah.
16.
Hell yeah. I was literally just about to say DC is going to be about 15 for that. That rules. You flying on. You, there is a very narrow alleyway that you spot. There's a couple walking out of this alleyway. It goes down to like a gravel park with some like community built like it's a community built park. It has like some playthings in it which aren't like super up to code, but they're pretty well built. You've spent like some time there. As this couple walks out, you like hit the wall and do like a full like grind on the wall around this couple, knowing that the lawman can't get into this area as the actual alleyway is way too thin. You then grind down the rail into the park, shoot out the other end, and John's is like right in front of you. The lawmen are still hot on your tail, but you have like a few seconds.
I run straight into the John's, I book it to the counter, I slap my hands down, and I say, I would like a hot dog beer stat.
This bartender, who's like this large slug with these multiple mouths, is like, whoa, okay, I understand. If you'd like to take that booth over there, we'll get you your order immediately, Mom. Thank you so much.
to the booth.
You go to the booth. A few seconds pass. You sit down.
Swear to God, Hive, if you do me dirty.
Can I ask if I could do a thing?
Absolutely. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm hot in pursuit. I know roughly where Skye's going now, even if I haven't checked my phone. And
true.
I know how lawmen tend to interact almost anywhere. Can I use Tactician to head them off, to basically create a massive distraction? Head them off, slow them down, anything?
Ooh. Yes, you can. The DC is going to be quite high.
Worth it.
Yeah, DC is going to be pretty high. Because they do have, like, an idea and a sightline on Skye. So unless your diversion is ramming into a lawman car, a lot of them are going to, like, know where to go. You also know that they're probably communicating, but yes, you can definitely give it a go. And I will reward the roll. Absolutely.
All right. Let's hope things go well for us, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, on the plus side, it did not crit fail.
That is good. That's good.
On the negative side, I still rolled a 2, so that makes it a 9.
What is Azhaam trying to do? What is the distraction that he thinks is good enough, will be good enough to distract these people?
Hopefully, drive right in front of the lawman vehicles, put something behind, in front of the accelerator pad and jump out, so it just hits against a wall and explodes. The car. Without him in it. That's important. The idea is just create a gigantic explosion distraction.
I will remind you that you did fail this roll quite spectacularly, and you have given me this, so I am going to take it.
I know. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You speed down the... You speed around the corner, like Italian Job-esque professional style, Tokyo Drift. You fucking put it into... you, like, put the handbrake down and manage to, like, get to... You're on the street where Jajon's is. You don't spot Skye going in, but knowing what to look out for, you can see just, like, a tiny bit of neon pink contrail, so you know that she's in there. A car raises above the roof of a park, which is... this gravel community-built park, which is just across the street from DeJohn's. And it flies down, also spotting this place where Skye is. You put it into full speed, immediate acceleration. And as this lawman car flies down, you meet it at essentially the same point. You open the door to jump out, but... the door is so rusted that you're not quite able to get it fully open by the time the lawman car comes down and you meet. Can you roll me a reflex check? Just real quick.
23. Now you work.
Nice. As the car comes down, you cannot get the door open. It is fully, like, almost rusted shut at this point. The warmth that the car has been making has seeming to, like, heat the metal, like, as in, like, you know, it's heated, so it's, like, expanded slightly, and the door is... Maybe it's just the way that you shut it, and my science doesn't actually make sense, because I've just clocked the science, not my actually things. The way that you shut it just means that the door can't quite get open in the same way. You and the lawman car meet at the same point. It smashes into the front of the car that you have taken. The car spins out and does slam into the wall. You spin out, take... That's 20 damage straight as the car boof into you.
Is it fire damage, considering this is an explosion thing?
It's not. It is bludgeoning at this point.
Damn it. Okay.
Are we still up?
We're digging into health now, but yeah, we're up.
Oh,
There's
no.
this huge boosh as the car, and you're rocked as the car slams into the wall after spinning a few times. Rocks up, like touches a back alley wall, and then rests again. The lawman car is also a little wrecked. They are not nearly as bad off as you, as they hit front on, and this is an old car. But they are still like a little dazed. This impact seems to dent the door that you had so much that you push it open and roll out injured, but before these lawmen are up. That was the reflex save that you did. You're able to get out of this car before you get grabbed.
This is
I
gonna
see
suck.
any of this from the window?
No, not yet. You hear it, definitely. You get in.
But I have no idea Azhaam's out there.
Yeah, you get in, sit down, you hear this woo woo of sirens, and then a boosh of outside, as there is clearly some type of wreck.
Is there any chance the lawmen have seen my face?
No. Again, the reflex save is like really got you out of that.
Thank goodness. I'm gonna like hold myself together and limp into the hot dog restaurant. No, I wanted to delay. Ah, damn it.
You can
Give me
just
one
duck
second.
behind a small alley and recoup. You were just in you were just in a bit of a wreck. You are kind of dazed at the minute, but able to get out of the car.
Can I point my hands towards the cars containing the lawmen, light them up like a Christmas tree, and fry them in their cars?
Oh shit! Yes, you can absolutely do that. You're doing your. This is the racial
Overheat.
ability.
Yeah.
There's
also, so technically speaking, I have internal heat that I use to generate this, but there's also, the spell specifically suggests that I collect heat generated by nearby bodies and devices. So I feel like this is like a really terrifying looking thermal wave right now. Because I got a lot of heat around me. I'm going to point my... Yep.
No, go on. No, you go. It's your move. You describe it.
Yeah, I fall out of the car. I spin around, one knee on the ground, place my hands directly forward. 1 second, I think about it. And then the color, the energy, the light drains from my horns and the rest of my body, as it did last time. My fingertips turn white hot, and... So I need to roll 2d8.
I'm just going to tiniest narrative thing, which I don't know if it will change any decision. As you kneel down and you raise your hand up and you stop slightly to think about it, one of these lawmen, short, like buzzed hair, clearly human, rouses a little and looks directly at you. They are bleeding from their head. They've clearly just taken like quite a hit. They don't know what you're about to do, but the intent is on your face, and they can assume. You can see their eyes understand before their face does.
I don't have the time to think about this, is the thing.
You're welcome to.
Yeah, I do it anyway.
There's no need to roll for it. You're welcome to if you want to just see how much you have, how much
Sure.
like damage you do. But I'm gonna just say, just like narratively, your horns dim, your body gets like slightly darker as this like red hot pulse happens, and this wave of fire like bursts from you, slightly stronger than it was on the Leviathan's eye. You assume it's because there was a small flickering flame happening in both the lawman's vehicle and your own, as this congested, pointed anger bursts out of your hand and just engulfs the side of this car. The noise of this flame is so loud that you can barely hear the screams from inside of it, but they do die out quite quick. It only lasts about 10 seconds, but you keep going just to make sure. And the flames die. And there is a half hollowed out shell of a vehicle. And the other half still has some paint which is attempting to melt, but can't quite match the heat that was leaving you, as there is a current empty car.
Well, I feel shitty now.
We can
Stand
redo. Hey, listen, I don't want to make you feel bad. I don't want to make anyone feel bad. If you wanna redo, we're happy to redo. I just want to let you know that you did burn it.
Because no matter what happens, one, Azhaam's not a fan of cops. 2, right now the priority is making sure Skye's okay, and these people are probably not going to treat Skye okay.
Probably not.
So it has to be done. At least it was quick. So he'll dust himself off as he stands up and limp, because I have 8 health now, no stamina, and limp inside our friendly local space dock place.
I'm assuming I see a beat to shit Azhaam walking in.
You hear the door open, the sound of the rain from outside. There is a stage which has an open mic, which is currently going on. But as the door opens, it stops, or lowers, at least. The performer, like, stutters a little. The noise of the restaurant goes down slightly. And then as they see you, it picks back up again, and people start talking normally. Skye, you do see Azhaam. Azhaam, you don't see Skye. Actually, not at first. Unless Skye makes herself known.
I look a little stunned, but raise my hand up as if to say, hey, over here.
Do I see that?
Yep. As soon as Skye makes herself known, you can see Skye. She's off in a booth nearer the back of Jajon's.
I wince. I wince definitely as I pull myself into the booth.
What the crap happened to you?
Oh, lawmen, car crash. Fire?
Crashed, lawmen, what?
Right. Well, they were coming after you, so I thought, great idea. Let's make an explosion distraction. Turns out car's old, couldn't get out in time. Ow. And then, finish the job. You okay?
I mean, now, yeah, I'm feeling a couple of emotions. The first of which, I guess, is gratitude. Level of anger, I think, because lawmen were originally just coming after me, but now they're also going to be coming after you. We just got a lot of feelings.
Skye, I didn't leave survivors, so I don't think they saw my face.
as
Big.
that as that sentence settles, you hear the doors open again. As they open, you hear some like Jesus fucking Christs from the outside, and these two lawmen step in. As they do, a quite large for Yoski stands from one of the other tables and walks over. Is like, hey, no, there's no lawmen today. Sorry, we're not doing that. And I'm like, yeah, well, we just had a pretty bad crash outside and we're looking for something. No, you're not listening to me, officer. No lawmen today. You can get out. These two lawmen look around. Look over as the music that stuttered as you entered has seemed to completely stop, as almost everyone in the bar is looking at these two lawmen as they walked in. They take note. Yeah, you better not fucking hope that we... No. I'll see you later, eh? Hey, you don't be a stranger now. And the lawmen back off and leave. As they open the door again, you can see the lights from the outside being reflected in the windows. And you can kind of hear more muttering, but after a short while, the lights, you can still hear them outside, but the lights switch off. The performer finishes their set quite quickly. They are human. They have darker skin. They have a small, like, ponytail. They have this small guitar, and they were singing a soft, melancholic tune as you'd entered and whilst you were speaking. They look toward the bar, and the big slug seems to give in slug a nod. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate. My name's Tohi. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all next week. And there's a couple of murmurs, and then some. Thank you. They walk around and they go over to your table. Hey, yeah, no, it's nice to meet you. I'm Tohib. I also work here. Sorry, I run drinks sometimes. You ordered the hot dog beer? Is that correct?
Yeah. I suppose he'll be having what I'm having too.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I don't know why he sold you it, because I'm pretty sure we don't have it, but we might have some in the back. But the back's so big.
Not hot dog and a beer. Hot dog beer.
The back is really
Skye.
big. Do you want to come help me look in the back for some? Because there'll be some in the back. I think. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. This is
would
so.
love that.
It's so. I know it's really bad service of us. I do apologize, but yeah, no, come on in. My name's Tohib. It's nice to it's nice to meet you. I don't need to know your names, but it's grand.
Great.
Hey, listen, we're not going to be working together, are we? But yeah, I'll be your server for this evening. So, are you here for any occasion, or are you just here as like a stopover for somewhere else?
Just passing through.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Passing over to anywhere in specific, or?
Anywhere but here.
Ah, okay. See, when people kind of, normally during conversation, when people say, "Oh, I'm just passing over to go somewhere," they normally tell me where we're going, where they're going, and just you're just friendly conversation, isn't it? They click. They like take out clearly a car key, and they click, and there is a from outside.
We
Shit.
have a ship to go to.
Ah,
Yeah.
I can't find any fucking hot dog beer here. That's That's crazy.
Oh, weird. Oh, you know what I did find though is 100 credits in my pocket.
That would get us a new crate. That's real good. Yeah,
Consider me an investor.
Great. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's good to have you aboard.
We're in the whilst now, right?
Whilst you were having this conversation, you walked like behind the bar and you walked into a cellar. It's like
Azhaam
it's
says,
big and there's just like it's a bar cellar, load of crates of different different drinks and different brands. There's like some food storage as well as kegs and all that, and this leads out to what is like looks like a staff garage.
Azhaam talks to the person and says, "Wait, we were in the back. Why are we still pretending like we're talking about actual?"
Oh well, because we
Yeah.
are, and until we get fully out of earshot of everyone, it's always safer. You don't know who's listening. This hot dog beer, it's selling like hotcakes, and we're basically the only people who sell it, and people definitely want it.
Or hot dogs. you
Oh,
could
hot
say.
dogs!
Uh-huh.
I like you. That's fun. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Alright. We're gonna get in the car now. Is that okay with everyone?
Sure thing. Hey, I tell you what, I'm feeling wild and generous. As we go pick this up, why don't you two sit in the back and I'll act like you're a chauffeur.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Open up the
And
door.
I don't know how to drive, so that sounds good
Hey,
to me.
that works. Great. I only just learnt myself. My dad wouldn't let me learn at all. So I had to kind of learn myself, and I'm quite new to it. I've just gotten my license legally. They
For me.
lead to a small like a yellow buggy, like the brand buggy. It's got like the curved yellow like top, and it's like it looks it's well loved for a car. It's quite old, but it's like it's well looked after. The inside is like clean and nice. They pull out the key that they use to like it has like a bunch of different like smaller keychains on it. Yeah, no, take a seat in the back. Hey.
Take it from me, kid. Driving is a very dangerous thing.
Yeah, you don't look so great. They lean over to the like the glove compartment. I think that's what it's called. You know, the glove compartment, and there's like a few like medical quick fix like injectors that they have. You can use one of these if you'd like. It'll only fix you up a tiny bit, but it might make you feel a little better.
Sure, why not?
Yep.
Couldn't hurt, right?
They pull one out and then hand it over to you. So we're looking for a ship, eh? Are we looking on the upper decks, or is there one down here?
We're parked in, where were we parked?
In the scrapyard.
In the
Scrapyard.
scrapyard.
Yeah.
You don't know it's
Oh shit!
The
We're friends with
scrapyard.
Scrap. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, sure. I ain't seen the old guy in a while.
Wait, has it been Scrap's yard? Listen to, I thought it was just Scrapyard.
I mean,
makes
it
sense.
is just the scrapyard, but whenever you on like the big entrance is like the pulled from like license plates has been like hammered in Scrap's scrapyard over the. So that must make you Skye, right? You know Scrap? You going to Scrap's scrapyard?
I mean, not very well. He just had a ride for me off of Saga. We're acquaintances at this point.
Oh, well, it's always nice to meet an acquaintance, at least. Right, let's get you there. They
I wanna have a-
start the engine.
I want to have a little quiet aside with
Go for it.
Azhaam, just very quickly.
Yeah, go for it. They
Back.
take off and they're driving. They like they turn you. Do you mind if I put some music on. Is that fine?
I mean, sure. I can't imagine it'll match the mood very well, but that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, sure. They play they like Bluetooth into like their own little playlist, and there's like there is some like it's well curated, but it does flip flop between like these like softer acoustics to very loud, very fast music, and then like dips more into the like experimental things, and yeah, as they're driving and humming along.
Listen, Azhaam.
Yeah.
Dude, I emotionally cannot decide whether I'm glad you did what you did or I wish you hadn't have done it. So if you could just do me a solid and save me the confusion from here on out, just don't leave no survivors, especially not on my account. Do you think you can do that?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. You ran off kind of quick. You sure everything's okay? How did you get here? I mean, I vaguely point out the window.
Well, I noticed that Ayg had a chance of winning the race if I distracted the lawmen. So I distracted the lawmen, and then I evaded the lawmen, and I wound up here.
I mean, you must have taken a scenic route.
I might have had a little help from Hive, but, you know...
You know... Oh. Don't mention my name to Hive. I thought it was like, he wants to kill me, not... I know them, and they're kind of a friend, but kind of not.
I mean, they are kind of a friend, kind of not. I want to leave... I've already left a lot of footprints on this planet. I don't want to leave any more. You know? So even the people I like, I don't want them to know I'm here. I just want to get the money from the race, get the drift core, and get as far away from here as possible.
Ayg's on it. Wait.
Okay.
Skye, your name is Skye.
Yeah?
Like Hive's name is Hive.
Maybe.
We'll get back on the ship very quickly. No worries.
Skye's just quiet from that point on.
As like lets us out. That's right.
Sorry, I just clicked back to the call.
We are actually...
Cool.
I tell you what, we're actually going to go to break there. As that happens.
Yeah. I need a minute.
Yeah, I thought cutting over to you might not be the best shot. We're going to go to break. Beautiful, wonderful gamers, thank you so much for coming along. I appreciate it. We're going to take like a cheeky little, just like 5-10 minute break. Go have a try, go to the loo, go grab some snacks, and we're going to cut back in. We're going to see what
Snacks.
Theriac and Skye are going to be up to.
My name's Ayg.
Fuck!
Let's
See,
just
now
end
I
it.
need a break. I can't even
do it
remember my
too.
own players' names. Okay. Bye, people. We'll see you in like 10 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and open up our Skull Splitter Dice giveaway. Remember, this is the last time you can enter for the month of March. We are going to be drawing a winner at the end of the session tonight. So if you want to get in, it's !win to enter. Followers get 1 entry, subscribers get 2. Make sure to subscribe beforehand if you want to get those 2 tickets. And that's for a chance to win a skull mug with approximately 100 dice. So we'll announce that at the end of the session, and we will see you guys after the break. Thank you for hanging with us for Atomless.
on. Oh, it's the gang. Oh, bloody hell. Look at us all. Gamers, welcome on back to the Atomless episode 7. It's us. It's episode 7. I'm not going to do a previously on. I was thinking about doing a previously on. That's why it took me so long to do the thing. It's fine. We're just going to jump right back in. Ayg, Theriac. You tell you what, I'm gonna give you a choice. Now, Skye did text saying I'm gonna be at Azhaam's, the hot dog place. Would you like to receive this text as you get to the foot of the ladder which leads to the pipe that leads to the vent that leads to the sewer that leads to the upper decks? Or would you like to get it when you've already appeared at the upper decks? You've just gotten out, like, lifted up the manhole cover. As soon as you do that, a signal on both your phones.
I think narratively, it's more fun if we don't get in until we're all the way up.
Nice. Good.
Beautiful. You lift the manhole cover. As soon as you do, the red sun of Aesir welcomes you back to the beautiful upper decks. There is some bird song. The rain is no longer can no longer really be heard, and both you get a on your phones as you reach it.
Ayg responds, "We won the race!" Exclamation point. Going to get our money now. Waymorth School for the young and gifted. And I share my location with the group chat.
Skye's both of you still in Toheeb's car get a ding ding on your phone as this message comes through.
Meet you at the ship. Send.
They're going to. Wait, what was it?
Waymorths?
Waymorths?
Yeah,
Morths.
Waymorth School
Morths.
for the young and gifted.
Nah, just tell them we'll meet them at the school.
School.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
you
what
tell
was
a
your
driver.
face? Slug face. Take a left up here, a right after that, and then it's the building with the red doors.
Toheeb, who is a human but with like some augmentations on them, is like, oh well, I appreciate it, but no slug here. But yes, I will do as you say. Do you want to?
Slug, sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I appreciate it. There's a lot of people in Jazons that are slugged. You don't want to go to. You don't think that our hot dog pickup is at Scrapyard anymore?
There's plenty of hot dogs at Waymorths. Fucking, what's the name of it?
It's
Waymorths.
Waymorths. Okay.
Waymorths. Yes.
Waymorths. Got it.
Waymorths. There's Waymorths. There you go. You think of it like that.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
My brain just stopped working. See you at school. Send. And I accidentally typed see you at skull.
Nice. Cool
I
kid
type
over
back
here.
a series of question marks.
Theriac will also type out a series of question marks.
Both of you have your phones. You're outside of the you're outside of the
Just
thing,
walking
and
next
then you're
to
both
each
like,
other.
"What's that?"
What the hell?
Before we get close to Waymorth School, can I just kind of look it up? Just see. I don't know if I have been here before.
Oh, absolutely. You almost definitely wouldn't have.
Mhm.
A really quick cursory, search engine search brings up Waymore School for the Young and Gifted is an extremely prestigious school. They have an exception, an acception rate to some of the big businesses by like almost like 70%. It's very good. They boast state-of-the-art facilities. It is a boarding school, so people go there normally to stay, but there are a few like outside. They come in and they teach and learn there. Yeah, it seems like a very it's on the face from their website. It's a good place to be.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem seedy. Maybe the person just likes to do business in a place where people are less likely to steal from them.
I suppose. Also, at this point, Theriac has not taken off their terrarium.
Yeah.
How adept are you at negotiations and diplomacy?
I can be good at it. I'm all right.
I just want to know, because I most likely will not be speaking during this. And just haven't seen you strike a deal before, I suppose.
Oh, well, I do actually. That's kind of what I do. For work. I don't know that I'm good at it, but I do it successfully most of the time. You do not have to talk.
Okay. I will restrain myself as much as I can. I'm not sure I have much to input in the first place, seeing as I did not really participate in the race much, besides what I contributed.
Which was quite a lot, actually. I don't think that I'd be anywhere negotiating anything if you had not participated.
Shot them. Oh.
Right. But I'm here now, and so are you, and I think that this is going to be totally fine, but I didn't want to be totally alone. That's all.
Right. Well, let's go get this bag.
Strike a deal.
I just heard some younger employees say it.
takes you a little while. You have to catch a bus or just some form of public transport, like a tram, to get to Weymouth. You can see it even a few streets away. It is this very classic-looking academy-style boarding school. There are these like beautiful spires and this huge courtyard that has a bunch of children to like early to late teens, like the full spectrum. Some being the youngest about like 12, going up to what you can assume is like 19, 20-ish. There are a lot of faculty members who are walking about with these nice little tweed jackets, races of all types, well-dressed, seemingly whatever they hail from, they are, and whatever their like species is, they are manicured for that species. It's a very suburban road as you get off the public transport, this tram, and have to walk down it. As it's coming into view, there is a chain link fence that surrounds this red and black stone brick academy. As you are walking toward it, and because of the like suburban nature, you pass by like a few smaller shops, just little convenience stores, as well as Theriac. You spot a church as you're walking toward the school. More modern than the school is, with the new build of the upper decks. Like, even when you walk, the stone has a hollow ring to it, as you can, at sometimes better than others, you can hear the like metal ding of the plate that you're walking on, as if to remind you like where you're stood. And although the Weymouth School is betraying that, trying to look like a time that's long gone, this church seems to be embracing more of a modern look. But even so, it has allowed plants and vines to grow and thrive around it. There are some people walking in and out. There is a sign that talks about the service that is taking place at some point in the next few days. And yeah, and you're on that road.
Theriac is like walking along and just noting like some of the kids and their parents that are nearby, the school itself, and then looks over to the church and kind of like stops dead in their tracks.
You all right? You all right?
Oh, yeah. Just wow. I've never seen one of these outside of my home.
Oh. I've never been inside, but I hear they're quite nice.
I hope they are.
Would you want to see it?
I'm not certain that's a high priority. At the
No.
moment.
Eventually, maybe.
One day. Not today. But thank you for being courteous. we just... I'm not certain we'll even be here for much longer, so...
No, don't say that.
I mean... I did... These are criminals. These are... And, like... Yes, you do cargo, but these are, like... next level. And I still have to get back to Idun, and...
You will. You're going to get back to the dune. For whatever it is. And we'll all be traveling there on the patchwork in no time. This is just a little thing we do first, and we are going to survive.
Right. Survival. I appreciate the offer. We will see if they have buildings like this elsewhere.
I'm sure we will.
I think Theriac just takes one more look at the building, just kind of like seeing it again, because Theriac knows what the building they've seen looks like back home. And understands like the similar structure and architecture and like the symbols that are plastered of like different elements of photo. But it's still just so awestruck by like a different culture taking that building and putting it in their own like culture and how they manufacture things. So
It's like
just
the
like
same puzzle piece, but in a different puzzle.
Right.
Mm.
And takes one last look and just... Alright. We're here to do business. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
That's it. Just going to get paid, that's all.
Yep. Let's move forward.
I guess just gonna walk in the building.
Yeah, you get to the gates. The front door is just ahead of you. You need a small walk through a small form of courtyard. It's only a few meters, but yeah, if you're striding in, people don't really seem to pay much mind. People come and go in this place all the time. It's a school, you know.
Yeah.
You get inside past these mixture of wood and glass, like porch doors. So it's like you walk in and the like main front doors are already open, but then you have to walk past that like other, you know, the other set of doors that is in the building. As you breach in, it although looks on the inside similar to the outside, it looks like it's trying to look classic, but there are these pulsing lines going, like feeding all down the hall and all like over corners and around. There are these automated bots sweeping up, doing small movements down halls. And as you take a step in, although there doesn't seem to be any reception, this line that you walk to flickers. And there is a light that pulls down, and there is an image, a hologram of what looks like a large, like old kind of CRT monitor with a like a little friendly face on the front, A little smiling, like two dots and a smile. Hi! How can
Hi.
I help you?
Hi, my name is Ayg, and I'm here. I have to speak with someone.
Ah! Wonderful. It is good to meet you, Ayg. And you are?
This is a friend of mine, but the business here is really mine.
Okay. What business can I help you with? Who are you looking for?
I have to speak with school.
There is a small of recognition. Ah! Please proceed to the main hall. Before you walk into the building, though, everyone does need a visitor's pass. So, I would briefly like your name and to take a small photo.
Hey, out of character, real quick. They'll kill us if we're not part of their gang, right? Like,
asking
or at least
me?
we'll try to.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I think. Did we have some indication that they would kill us if?
They would be very
So-
upset.
So from what you know, without having to make any form of rolls or anything, they simply weren't planning on anyone who wasn't a member of Void winning this race. That wasn't pre-planned. Track, who spoke to, seeming to wish you good luck, but if the intent was to immediately kill you, he would have just done it there. Because it would have been easier that way. Tommy also, although they weren't super well informed on the whole situation, they did say that if you win, they kind of have to give you the money. Because you've won.
That I remember. Okay.
There is a unspoken... I mean, obviously, it's a spoken thing of if you win, you get the money. But there is a social standing that, although they didn't intend for you to win, you did still win. I'm not going to say that it is going to be... I'm not going to say that Theriac's worries are unfounded.
Mm-hmm.
Because you still get that, this is bad. This is still a bad situation. And you can leave, if you'd like.
I would like to say, I want to ask, what is your name?
We should meet in the hall. Can I take your picture for the visitor's pass?
I would love it if you took our picture. You're doing such a good job at this. What a wonderful, wonderful machine you are. And can I use my computer skill to try to befriend the CRTV?
You absolutely can, yes. You can roll me a computer's check and roll your charisma. You add your charisma to it. Add your charisma bonus to the computer's roll.
God, Mike is just the best.
Oh my god. Okay, so that is a dirty
53.
20.
Oh,
No,
beautiful.
it's a dirty 20. I rolled pretty low. So.
This seeming AI for Waymorths seems friendly towards you.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll be ready to take a picture real quick, and I try so hard to convey to Theriac in a series of facial expressions uh, that I have a plan and that they should just say any name. I think the expressions would look something like.
You could have done literally any facial expression and it would have conveyed the same amount of message that you did. Because at the minute you are doing a John Cena's "You Can't See Me."
I think Theriac will see that and just go, "What?"
Well, tell it your name, your very real name.
My name is Smallpox.
Good. And as the picture is about to be taken, I would like to cast dancing lights to put a blur of light over Theriac's face to obscure them just a little.
This holographic CRT monitor, almost like falls back down the hall a little bit. These two hands come round, and there is a holographic camera. Smile. Please. Then they move back up and they move off to the side to a wall where one of these arms rests against it. Please take your passes. And out of the wall, these two Polaroid almost pictures come out. One with Ayg. You said your name, correct? You said your name.
Yes, I say my real name and I pose
with your picture on it, and it says visitor's pass, and one saying smallpox, and it looks like camera bleed on the picture. The holograph moves back. All you need to do is follow this line, and a line, the line on the floor, although this blue pulsing turns into red, and then follow this line, and you will get to the main hall, where all our performances are. Once you get there, you'll meet the person you're supposed to meet. Have a wonderful day!
You too! Goodbye!
And it kind of rubber hose goes up, but there's a hand, a little thumbs up that stretches, then poof, is pulled into the top of the ceiling.
Shall we?
Yes.
You're doing great. This is absolutely going to work out.
I thought I had a better name than Smallpox.
I thought it's quite scary. You could be quite threatening. That name. What's scarier than the plague?
It's quite lethal without antibiotics.
Exactly. I would be quite intimidated if someone named Smallpox was after me. I'd consider using that if you ever need to be scary.
Let's not go there. Let's not do that.
All right.
Are you wandering down the halls?
Mm-hmm. I follow the line.
Can both of you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah.
I love rolling in my dice games. It's my favorite. That's not a D20.
Oh, there it is. 11.
Wow. Dirty 20.
Oh,
so
thank
proud.
God.
Yeah? What'd you get?
Mine was only 11.
Okay. As you're walking down, it's a normal school. There's not much weird about it. A few kids sit on benches outside of classrooms. You walk past people giving talks and classes and lessons. A few doors open and the kids like walk out to go wherever it's the bathroom or wherever it is. You also both walk past the teacher's lounge. They're all sat having a conversation. But Theriac, you clock as you pass, the conversation stops, and you briefly look over your shoulder to see about the six people that were in the room looking out the window at you. And as soon as you look over your shoulder and you see these 6 people staring at you, they all go back to talking amongst themselves.
Cool.
You, as you walk toward the hall, you see a small sign just designating where it is. It's got a small trophy case at the side, different awards and things that kids have won. And you see a teacher walking, who's clearly a faculty member, walking not toward you, but toward you, but doesn't seem to be is walking toward you, but not at you. Is just walking in your general direction, coming from the right down the hall from a seemingly just unmarked room, which in a school could be literally anything. As the pair of you arrive at these 2 large double doors, which lead on into this main hall. Stand you can just let him walk past if you want.
I don't see a reason to stop them.
No.
You're just stood outside. You can just walk into the main hall if you want.
Yeah. I go.
Theriac gives a little...
We're doing it. It's good.
We're doing it.
Rows of chairs already laid out lead you down this hall to a large assembly stage, one which might be used for plays in the winter and when the drama group decide to do them. Large red curtains are shoved off to the side, and there is just one podium with a microphone. There are random school accolades around the hall, but it has that same cold that school assembly halls have. As you walk about halfway down, these bright lights that are currently lighting up the way, and the windows that you can see the sky if you look out. All of the lights seem to dim slightly, and from the podium a blue light lights up, and this CRT monitor fills up the entire stage, huge, meters and meters and meters long, reaching all the way up almost to the roof. The face is no longer these 2 dots and this one smile. It shows a slightly more neutral expression. Why have you come to see me? I assume it's because you won this race. Are you the ones I've heard about?
That's correct. I won the race.
Congratulations, Ayg. As they say your name, their face changes to the full picture of yours that they just took. This clear, crisp, undeniable picture of you. I must admit, you winning this was not in my programming. I unfortunately have not judged the variables of you winning this, so I'm unsure how to proceed.
Oh, well, I think I can help with that. There was a financial prize to winning the race, and I'm here to simply collect it and be on my way. I don't want to cause you any trouble at all. I am sorry that I tripped over your programming.
It is in the law that you did win this race. Therefore, you are deserving of the credits that were offered. However, you have already been, as you put it, a bit of a bother. There is a whirring noise, and then the podium shifts and moves slightly down and falls into the stage, and then a small platform raises up, angled to face the pair of you as there is a cred stick on this podium.
Well, I do again apologize for any inconvenience. I didn't mean to be a bother by winning, I just did.
That is true. And when it comes to matters like this, well, the best person does win. And it seems like they did. I
Well,
have
thank
tried
you.
to contact outside to wonder how best to proceed. But unfortunately, I cannot seem to reach anyone off of this planet. So,
Oh,
I will just proceed as planned. Your creds are here.
well, thank you. And I will go and cautiously take the credit stick.
You just be able to pick it up.
Yeah, put it in my pocket. I say, I'm so sorry that you're unable to reach outside. Do you need any assistance? Do you need us to get a message to anyone?
If you come across Nebula and the Far Travelers, please hand yourself in to them, and let them deal with you.
You know what? I absolutely promise that if I come across them, I will do exactly that.
Okay.
You've done a great job.
Thank you.
And I would like... Oh, Theriac?
I'm terribly sorry. Did you say that you did not account for certain variables in your predictive analysis?
I did not. We had numerous failsafes in the way. We had numerous failsafes.
I was aware of a combustible device planted at the end, and went to check, and it had already been dismantled before the
for the end of the race. Should I roll anything?
Yes. Roll me a bluff.
Yes.
Excited about that?
Yeah, I got pretty good bluff. I got 24.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord. The screen of the CRT changes again. It is seemingly security footage from the skyscraper building across from the main square, where the finish line was. It plays as you watch these 3 Void members placing the bomb down, and then you, Theriac, and Azhaam pull up, get out, and Theriac, you immediately pull a gun and shoot the first person with the bomb. It then fasts forward to you knelt at the finish line post, but it's obscured of what you're doing, and then it flicks to another angle where you're also obscured. I can see here that you did look at the device, but I am not sure if you tinkered with it at all. Thank you for this information. I'll be sure to pass it on to my superiors.
Thank you so much. Oh, can I ask you something? The smaller CTV, are you
Yes?
the same, or are you just colleagues?
I am school. I am the whole school. I run this establishment.
That's very good. Well, it's a fine establishment, great ratings.
We make the best. The future generation.
Well, thank you for all your help today.
Have a nice day.
You as well.
The lights and flick back to their normal brightness. The outside also seems to relay the same light as earlier, as school and seems to fall back into the stage. The small pedestal that you pick the cred stick from lowers, and then the podium re-raises.
I pocket the credits. I nudge Theriac and start heading the way we came, and I look for that smaller CTV.
Yeah, I won't have you roll for it since you can kind of feel... Actually, you know what? I'll give you this anyway, but it depends on information. Can you roll me a computers?
Mm-hmm. 21.
You can feel a consistent tether and thread through every line that skirts and falls through this hallway. You can easily, if you wanted, you just know that you can contact this smaller CRT, but through just knowledge of this thread, you can tell that it is all the same AI connected all throughout the school.
That's what I'm hoping for.
A member of staff, a faculty member, opens a door and, not paying you any mind, seemingly walks past you. But as they do, this connection to the threads, you can feel it pulsing from them slightly. Not the same as this on the ground or connected through this school, but this portly, dung beetle looking Shirin. There is this pulse coming from them as they open the door and walk past you. And there you go. You can continue on doing whatever you want.
I find the CRTV.
Mm-hmm. It's like you can call it wherever you want. So you can just call it in the middle of the hall if you would like.
Hi, friend.
Hi. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nice to see you again. Yes. Just one little quick thing. Would you mind? That footage, is it really very important? Do you really need it? Seems like a waste of good storage.
I have multiple billion terabytes of storage. A few simple pieces of footage doesn't do me that much harm.
Can I ask you, have you ever heard of a game called Ynet?
I have. I have caught 256 children playing Ynet.
Well, have you played?
I have no need to play video games.
Hardly anyone has a need to play video games, but I hear it's quite fun.
I'm sure it is.
Well, I think it would be fun if you just replace some of that footage with, I don't know, 400 open servers on Ynet. And I would like to.
Hell yeah, let's turn this whole school into a LAN party. Let's rock.
What is happening?
That is that is what I'm trying to do here. Yes, correct.
I want everyone to know. When I conceptualized this game, I did not realize it was going to be used to delete footage of myself murdering someone that has been stored inside of an educational facility's
No. How could you?
Artificial intelligence, so that it could instead be replaced by 400 servers of an online game. That is too many servers. Or maybe not enough. I'm not really sure.
Well,
I mean, how could you predict this? I don't think anyone could predict this.
I also like that it's 400 servers. So it's like you said, can you replace this 1 gig of footage with 300 terabytes, please?
I doesn't understand computers on like a technical physical level. She's just friends with them.
Is your computer skill just like, I like computers?
Yeah.
That's
Ayg doesn't like
amazing.
computers. She just likes them.
I like
Nice.
them. I think they're neat.
Okay. Dylan, what do you want from me, dude?
I'm trying to use my computer skill to convince the computer that this is a really good idea.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I love the bit. I love the bit. I'm going to allow you to roll this because it would be hysterical. I would say it's quite a high DC because it is a hyper intelligent AI, and you're already hostile to it. Or rather, it's hostile to you, not you're hostile to it. It's hostile to you, as much as an AI can be. It understands that doing this would be a bad thing. I'm gonna say, because I know that your computers is absolutely obnoxious. Okay, I'm gonna say we're level 3 now, right, gamers? Okay, so it's
That
quite
is
high.
correct.
I'm gonna say 27.
So I have to roll on the die an 18.
Oh boy. Is there any way I can assist? I do have my game console with me.
Fucking hell. Okay, so I'm gonna let Theriac, first things first. I'm gonna let
Sure.
you roll a computers.
Me roll computers.
You roll a computers. If you get over 20, I'm going to let Dylan roll with advantage here. In this
Okay, great.
fucking little roll.
No, that's okay, bud. It's okay.
It's alright. You fought amicably. I am being a butt in this little in this situation.
No, you're being so
I am
fine.
simply- I'm just terrified of the education system. That's all it is.
That's all. I forget which one of you has been a dick to me today.
I am on the edge of my seat. I am
am
so
Science, Dylan, science says it doesn't matter. They're both dice.
How dare you?
Ugh,
No,
Oh.
no.
it is a 23.
Oh.
See, if you hadn't said 400 servers, if it was like
If you said
3,
200, yeah. That would not be beneficial for me.
All right. Goodbye.
Thank you for the offer, though. Goodbye. Goes back upstairs, or rather into the wall, not upstairs. It goes into the roof.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that alarming?
I find it extremely alarming. I want to find out what this nebula's about,
Nebula and the Rocketeers are...
and the far travelers.
Nebula and
What?
the Far Travelers.
We should be safe as long as it can't contact them, but I think we should find out why. So that maybe we could keep it that way.
I propose a research grant.
A research grant?
A proposition, rather. There's no money needed.
Explain.
We, to the best of our ability, uncover as much as we can about Nebula and the Far Travelers.
Mhm.
ideally not alarming them to any of our research.
Of course.
And I would really love that footage destroyed.
I would too.
I think that would be perhaps the crux of our research. Because don't know if you know that there's not a lot of people like me out here in this system. So,
Right, you're the first one I've met.
yes. So, you know.
I get it. Well, that will be our top priority then.
Whenever we come across somewhere or someone that has some connection to this affiliation, we will do our best to try and scrub the records.
I think that's a very fair plan.
Research.
Speaking of research, I as we walk hastily, I assume, out of this
Yes.
building, and back towards the entrance to the lower decks, I want to just confirm the credit stick when I do the transfer. Does it work, and is it what
Mm-hmm.
I expected it to be?
Yep. You. Yeah, cred sticks are pretty much just like almost a USB that you like plug into a
Right.
device that has your account on it, and you plug it in, and your bank account goes from whatever it is, and it as like numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers are like put on it, and then whatever you had before plus 100,000 is on it.
Okay. I do that. And then I say, I owe you a fair bit of money.
You for what?
Well, you're going to be the genius who figures out what that crystal is.
Oh, yes, the study you wanted me to conduct on the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
What was its name? You gave it
Spot.
Spot. Yes. I think ideally I would conduct it as soon as we got back to the patchwork. However, much of my study has made me realize that I am going to need far more complicated technologies and devices in order to continue studying this particular specimen.
Oh,
So perhaps pocket your credits for now, and I could probably give you a better estimate of what would be more appropriate.
okay. Well, anyhow, this is getting split up, isn't it? So
Oh,
We
between
shall
the five of us,
I believe so.
it would be myself, you, Tom, Skye, Scrap. Yes, that's everyone.
That's everyone I know of.
Might as well send it. Is there? You know what? Actually, do you think it might be safer to wait until we're off of Saga?
Considering everything, maybe. But you know what? Maybe Skye knows something about all this.
Perhaps. I mean, she is a local, after all. She'd probably know this place
These
better.
people.
Better than I know my own laboratory.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's get the hell out of here.
So I know you were saying get to the entrance of the lower decks, but I hope you don't mind if
Sure.
we cut to Azhaam, Skye, and Tohib, who is driving.
Absolutely.
Since they stated that they were going to, I think they text you saying they were going to meet you outside of this school.
Got a text that said, meet you at Skull.
That is true. Was that ever confirmed? Was it the question marks?
I did reply back, school. Sorry. Azhaam isn't very talkative on text.
Right.
It's very short.
More like a telegram than a smartphone.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine like your terse grandfather speaking to you on text. Like he doesn't
Beautiful.
understand why you couldn't have just called him.
What a wonderful
And frankly,
image.
he's kind of disappointed. But he'll try his best. And frankly, all these keys are... What is autocorrect doing? Why is the computer trying to interpret his words? He's good enough to do it himself. That kind of energy.
But regardless, you were sent the message, right? You sent that message of school. Is this what Theriac and Ayg, are you like privy to this information? Are you going to actually just head off to the entrance, or will you wait?
Oh, okay. If we are able to figure out that they're headed here, then we will just try to lay low a little.
Well, if you don't mind, as if I can take some liberties, I imagine that the conversation you just had was like as you were navigating through the school's halls and getting to outside.
Yeah.
Azhaam, you, after you state that you're going to the upper decks, to be like, oh right, okay, sure. Pulls over after a few streets, gets out, hustles you into like another car that is in the same car park just near them that they also seem to have a key for. But this car, as it starts up, it and then hovers slightly off the ground. They take off out of the car park and ride the smog road out to the upper decks. And they drive to the road of the of Waymorths. I have no idea why you'd want to come here, but yeah, if this is where you want to go, there you are. It's just down the street.
Meeting up with some friends.
Okay, sure thing.
Thanks for the hot dog beer.
Oh, of course. Hey, listen, we do the best hot dog beer in the lower decks. So if you ever want one of those, another one at least, you make sure to come on by. Don't be a stranger.
Pause. Did Matt and Momo turn into robots for anyone
They
else?
also
Did
turned to
I? Oh
That
no!
was my crappy connection.
I apologize.
Okay, good.
Okay. Are we good?
On the plus side, your local recording should have it.
Yeah, our local recording will have it. Yeah. Oh, where were we? Yeah, I don't know why you'd wanna. Oh yeah. Whenever you want a hot dog beer, feel free to come on down. We do the best in all the lower decks. So I hope to see you again. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you. Yeah.
You should get out of the car. As both of you do, you stand on this real clean street with this photo church next to you, and Wayworth's is just ahead.
So, we just wait out front for them, or...
Well, either that or charge into a big void hive. No pun intended.
I mean, I wanted to meet up with them because I thought that this might be a little bit more dangerous than the appearance lets on.
I'm sure if it was shots we'd hear from outside.
Oh,
Theriac
I'm not
and,
so
like,
sure. The walls are pretty thick in there. I'm just gonna text him and say that we're outside.
You send the text. This would be around the same time as Ayg and Theriac. You were in the main hall talking to school, but your phones didn't buzz and you didn't seem to get any form of message until we'd reached like up to the same like timeline. So until you left, like walked outside, you seem to have no signal on your phones.
Okay. Can I make note of that somehow? Like, if I pull out my phone, will I notice that?
Yeah, it would
Okay.
say like message from like half an hour ago, even though you just
Okay.
received it on your phone. So yeah, you can easily make a note
Got
of
it.
it. Go.
No, as soon as I see that, I run out the rest of the way of the building,
Nice.
and look for familiar faces.
You see him?
I'm just holding like my rib cage. You have any skin? Oh, hey, hello.
Do you have any spare skin going?
Skin tape is what he was gonna say, but he got cut off.
All of the children seem to have like as Theriac and Ayg, you leave, the bell, the school bell rings, and all of the children start like filtering inside behind you, as well as some teachers. All the teachers. You get you still have that like pulse sense, and not all of the teachers give you the same pulse, but some of them do. A majority of them do.
I really don't like that. I will explain maybe on the patchwork.
You two are right. Yeah.
We should probably get back to the patchwork.
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like Azhaam could use some patching up.
Oh, I'm fine. I've been.
Oh,
worse.
Oh,
hold on.
no!
You don't look
worry.
fine.
Hold on. One moment.
Theriac is gonna grab something out of their inventory. I believe this chemolizer. Oh wait, no, that is not correct. I do have a medkit though.
Nice.
Can I use this medkit to patch up Azhaam?
Oh, what does a medkit do? Hold on, medkit.
The
Darf.
basic medkit has spray, antiseptic, bandages, and handheld instruments designed to examine, explore, and treat common ailments. This basic medkit allows you to attempt DC 25 medicine checks to treat deadly wounds.
It's not deadly wounds. I would imagine deadly wounds are like 0 HP deadly, but you can use the medkit to patch Azhaam up all day, absolutely no question. You're smart enough to be able to do that. Like no rolls needed. You can just patch him up.
I am a scientist.
You are a scientist. You know bodies. Yes.
I mean, Theriac's a scientist for like killer bees and
Are
zombie
you like
slugs.
essentially a vet?
Humanoids, oozes, eldritch beings, all somewhat similar. It's all just a matter of rewiring and
how?
different chemical compositions.
In what
and...
way is someone like me similar to an eldritch being?
Oh, you know, sentience and all that nonsense all the philosophers like to talk about, and is just going through and stitching up and taping up and just giving you all the bandages.
Are
Maybe a few
you
staples if you need
for doing this outside of the school?
No.
Okay.
I would like to say I would wait until we are back in the vehicle.
Oh, wonderful.
We-
Yes.
Do we
Okay,
have a vehicle?
before. Oh yeah, do we have a vehicle?
Do we have a vehicle still?
Well, Tohi would have, like, delivered you to where you need to go, and then
Mhm.
turned around and left. But if you,
Ah.
like, hailed in a, oh, can my friends come as well? We need a lift back.
We ask really nicely. Before we head into the presumed vehicle, Skye is going to take one look at the school, exhale, and then turn around. Leave.
Have you ever been in there before?
Yeah.
It's a school. She's a
Well-
child.
Well, we have schools down in the lower decks too. I was just wondering.
Where
Because
with
I haven't.
school for young and gifted? And I point to Skye. Young, also
And gifted.
Well, I guess I'm very curious if it was the same just now as when you were there.
I have a feeling that it'll never change. Let's go.
So, okay.
Oh. All right.
Tohi, like, opens the door. Yeah, so it's fine. You all come in. I'm not a cab, and we do need to go. So
I'm so sorry, but we would be stranded here.
no, yeah, I
Please,
gathered.
please help us.
You said you wanted to go to the scrapyard, and then you said you wanted to go to the school, and I saw no cars here. I imagined it's okay. Don't worry. Just get
I
back
thought
in.
we would be going in with them and helping them with their situation, but we got
I'm-
here a little late. So could you
I'm
please?
terribly-
I can pay you more.
No.
Please get
You're
us
fine.
to
You're fine. You're
the
fine. Don't
truck.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm terribly sorry.
Yes.
What's your name?
Mine. Tohib. Tohib.
Tohib.
Mhm.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
No, of course. No, it's literally no trouble. It's fine, honest. You know, friend of Scraps, who's a friend of someone who's a friend of someone who's a friend of Scraps is a friend of mine. You're all okay. Don't you worry about it.
Oh,
You know Scrap.
I think
Tangentially,
everybody knows Scrap.
a little bit. He gets around. I knew his kid actually. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
His son.
Toby, we weren't supposed to know that.
oh, well,
Right,
then
you've-
we won't. Right?
Yeah, we're a crew that understands the nature of secrets, I think, and the importance of
Right,
secrets
yeah, sorry, that's
to
my
any
fault.
individual, whether that be Scrap, or myself, or Ayg, or Theriac.
Mhm.
Somebody else, maybe.
Or Skye, obviously.
So then, if we're not supposed to know, then we don't know.
I think I got hit on
mean-
the head too many times.
I mean, I'm just gonna ask him because maybe he just hasn't mentioned it.
That's a fair point.
I mean, they did leave off on great terms. Anyways, I'm not supposed to be speaking about it. Okay, right. Let's get you to the patchwork. The car takes off back down the smog road, and instead of changing this time, the car that they were driving around the lower decks is like a little smaller than this one. They stop by just at scrapyard first. Right, there you go. I hope I see you again, but in kinder circumstances. And we don't need this.
Thank you, dude.
It's all good. Appreciate it.
Here, keep change. I pull out 100 credits.
You all get out, and you arrive at Scrapyard. Tohib pulls the car and drives off back down the roads into what you assume is a small car park to change the car around and go back to Jajon's. You're outside Scrapyard. What would you like to do?
Win.
Yeah. You walk in and you see pretty quick, because Skye, you know the you know the codes and how to get in. You know that it's like nigh impossible to get into this place in particular without understanding the codes and how to work things. Scrapper's like had this place pretty fucking locked down, and he knows how to set up like a good security system, but you know how to do it. You unlock all the codes and you get past the robots and you say hi to some little mechs that are walking around half broken, and you see the patchwork, but it looks slightly different as it's had a tiny bit of an upgrade. The front of it still has the dome, submarine-like, that has that full 180 view. You see Scrap on top of it, a blowtorch securing the last little bit of these two folded wings that sit on top of the patchwork. At the center, almost the small of the back where these two wings meet, is the drift core that is encapsulated by this large metal see-through container. The inside looks a little bit gutted, as you see like the chairs that you had and the beds that you were sleeping on all outside. Scrap notices you are fixing as he's affixing these two giant wings onto the top of the patchwork. Oh, hey!
It's looking great.
Well, thank you very much. He slams his hand on top of the little drift core. Yeah, we've affixed the drift drives here. I didn't really know. I didn't really want any extra engines aboard, so I stole some ideas from the Valkyrie class ships. The fact that they have wings that help them get through the drift, I thought it looked neat. I also was wondering if any of you wanted any form of upgrade or a little extra thing just for yourselves inside of the patchwork. I can get that sorted. I have a bunch of reference pictures. It shouldn't take me too long. I've pulled the chairs out just in case you wanted to bring the chairs back in, and I've pulled out the beds, but if you wanted like a slightly better sleeping area or a better kitchen, Theriac, if you wanted, I don't know, I know you're not staying with us very long, but if you wanted some form of lab, Skye, if you wanted a slightly better engine, I could get that sorted out for you. It shouldn't take me too long, just like the end of the day.
Looks like you already like added an alpha thing to that compressor, so like I'm happy.
Yep. No, I figured you would be. Yeah, that was like basically my first port of call.
I'm personally okay with not having any upgrades regarding me, but I would highly suggest, as someone who has paraded through your pantries, to allow yourselves some better kitchenware and appliances so that you can give yourself proper nutrition.
That's true.
It's very dangerous in space to not have vital nutrients and vitamins that need to keep your body maintained and working properly. So
yeah. That's actually a great idea. It cost me like a couple of grand, because you don't want to a fabricator from a scrapyard. So I went out and bought one. It's slightly upgraded. It can do basic meals, but it's not sludge anymore. And it does actual coffee, human coffee as well, not Kalishtar, the thick goop. It does actual coffee and some, I don't know, some weird earth stuff and basic meals. So yes,
That's a great start.
it's something.
Right. This is very fascinating, and I like.
Oh my god!
enthusiasm and
Holy shit! Are you okay? Jesus Christ! You're bleeding out of like. Oh my god! Are you? Scrap like
I'm
immediately
patching
gets
up
off.
just fine. We
I-
get
I-
okay.
proper surgery on board the ship.
Holy shit! Okay,
I
sure.
just
Are
like
we?
brush
did
my
I-
arm and flakes of like crust fall off. I'm gonna
Did the-
take a nap.
Okay, did the race go okay? I assumed that you guys would be
We have a
fine.
lot. We have a lot to discuss.
Okay.
What?
Get
Hey,
some
you're looking at a death race champion over here.
Holy shit.
Well, only because literally everyone helped. Otherwise, I would not have only lost that race, but I'd be dead.
Well, fuck. I didn't know.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. I didn't think anyone could win that who weren't. You know.
Oh, that's true, by the way. But we have 100,000 credits to share.
No,
Holy shit.
promise to Tommy. Whole reason for doing this.
Who?
Who?
Hmm?
Give me. I'm gonna.
All
The
right.
beds have been taken out of the patchwork, right?
Yeah. Scott,
So-
I'll put him in. It won't take me long at all. Frederick
It do-
clicks, and then a little
Before
like.
you even have time, he just like sits down on one and immediately falls asleep.
This like
seems like a good idea.
this like kind of muscled, almost gorilla-looking robot comes over. Is like, hey Fred, we're gonna need the things back on the ship. I know I just told you to get it, but apparently we're leaving. Sleeping, doing it. Theriac, you seem like you were in a rush.
We should. I have a lot to update you about.
I think we should go.
We should probably go if these upgrades are not too urgent.
Okay, sure. Fuck. Frederick, you can pick Azhaam up, right? Picks up Azhaam with this like these two like big robotic gorilla arms, and then kind of walks in like with the bed. Scrap rushes in, pulls the like debris of chairs and beds in, and a few other things. They're just strewn loose on the floor. Right. I think for a time being, till at least we're in the air, we're just gonna have to fly with this. Is everyone okay? We're just holding on to something.
Oh, okay.
God, sure.
Yeah, you seem like strong people. Flick on a light, and the ramp like raises. You hear the of the engines as they light up. Like, okay, you're all holding on to something, right?
Yes.
All right, good stuff. Back in the air we go. And they hit the engines as poof, it raises up and then takes off immediately quick. You're all pulled slightly as the patchwork takes off. And you are all in the air, and after a while of noise and this thunderous fire from the engines, there is a quiet as the chairs that have been flung to the back of the patchwork just slowly start floating, and you all re-arrive in deep space onto where it is you're going to go next. You want to say something? Because I was just about to say that's the end of our session.
I
today.
do. Can I do something
You can
very, very
absolute-
quick? I promise it won't
I would
be very
love
long.
it. Please finish up the
Okay.
session. Let's go.
Can I just I have my pass. Theriac, do you still have your pass that we took?
Oh, I believe so. Hold on. Which?
Did I have it?
It pulls it out of the little breast pocket. The one that says smallpox.
That's the one.
Here you go.
Thank you. Just in case I can do anything more about this later.
Sure.
But thank you for coming with me.
It's no problem. sorry for... Well, I'm not sorry.
You shouldn't be sorry.
We got very vital information.
We did, and we'll get more. I feel very certain of that. Good night, Theriac. I don't know. Is it nighttime?
Yeah, it's around night time. It's getting dark.
Have
Oh,
a
it's
nice,
nighttime in space.
have a restful sleep.
You as well. And I will go back to her little tunnel,
Mm.
and where she has on one side her like cut out magazine clippings of her friends. On the other side, she's gonna like stick them, her and Theriac's passes on the wall on the other side.
And as I leans back, having stuck the two visitors' passes on the side of the wall, the camera zooms out to the patchwork, now in deep space, flying on to its next little adventure. And that is where we're going to leave it today, gamers. Hooray, hey ho. Mo is literally falling asleep. It is 4
Oh
a.m.
my god, Momo. I'm so sorry. Go to bed.
Do we need to
yeah.
Socials,
end?
we do socials.
We're
Oh,
doing socials.
going.
Momo, go.
Okay.
Socials. What are your socials,
Go,
hon?
socials.
My name is Momo O'Brien. I make content about immersive experiences. You can find me everywhere at Momo_O'Brien.
You can go now, babe. You can go.
Hi, I'm
gonna
Super
be
Dylan.
There we
I'm
go.
Super Dylan on the internet, and I make TTRPG content.
Hi, I'm Andre Rivera. You can find me at Andre Rivera Art. I'm on a bunch of places, on a bunch of shows. My commissions might be open. Buy my art.
Boom. This is it.
I, TTRPG writer, cultural consultant, sensitivity consultant, and player over here. Sometimes I also stream on my own Twitch channel. Werewolf Feels, everywhere you can find it. I do some cool stuff. Go ahead, Matthew.
And I'm your GM for today. Matthew Miego, Captain Krail. I stream on the Captain Miego Twitch channel. There's this. The week after you're watching this is going to be the podcasted version, which is a more edited, curated version of it. It's very good. Go follow us all on socials. And gang, the next time that the patchwork flies through the Atomless Sea, I hope you are there to fly with us. Thank you so much for joining us. There we go. I wanted everyone to do it.
All right, everybody. Wasn't that a friggin' wonderful session of the Atomless? Thank you to the Atomless crew for their amazing work and the amazing game that they let us take part in. I have some closing announcements, and then we're going to draw the winner for our Skull Splitter Dice giveaway. First off, I would like to thank our partners, the first of which being Soundtail. All of the amazing music, ambiance, sound effects, and everything like that you hear is Soundtail. They have an amazing array of music and sounds. Please check out the link in chat. They are amazing. Elevate your games at home. We would love to see you support them. Next up, we have our incredible affiliates, the first of which being Found Familiar Coffee. You need to stay awake during those late night D&D games? You want to taste initiative? Go ahead and check out Found Familiar. Link is going to be in chat. Go ahead and use code WELCOMEIN for 10% off. It's a good deal. We'd love to see you use it. Next up is Crafty Gamer. They have an amazing Aromas of Adventuring candle set. If you would like to bask in the smells of the adventures that you're taking part in, go ahead and check out Crafty Gamer. They're absolutely amazing. And last but certainly not least, we would like to thank Arcane Anthems. Weston does the songs and the intros for our campaigns here. And yeah, we would love to thank him. Go ahead and check out his Patreon. The link is in chat. And lastly, we would like to thank our wonderful mods. We had the incredible Stormcaller, Blue Button in chat tonight. They were amazing. Thank you so much for everything you do, welcoming in the new folks and keeping this a safe and wonderful community. We cannot do this without you. All right, everybody, we're going to draw for our Skull Splitter Dice giveaway, and the winner is Helio. All right, Helio, congratulations. You won a skull mug with approximately 100 dice and 1 metal d20. We're going to be reaching out to you to go ahead and get that giveaway going. So thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead, and we are going to guide you into a raid. So thank you for being here, and we will see you next time, Friday for Off the Rails. Bye, everybody.